Hello everybody, this is Nate again with dddiop.
Hello everyone, it's dddiop here.
And I was pretty rude in my last video. How are you doing today, dddiop?
I'm just dandy, how about you?
I'm actually...
We have no time to talk about the game started.
Alright, so here's our all even. I wanted to check if he was okay yet. And it turns out he's not. He says if we don't find a cure soon, he will die. So we're gonna search. We're gonna just search the house quickly.
There, I thought that was like blood all over his body, but he just had a red like neck.
Well, I'm sure if we don't hurry up, he will be covered in a large amount of blood.
Just start leaking blood out of all orifices.
That's how bad all diseases were back in this day. The Black Plague.
Yes. Add me, I'm done. That's a new friend of yours.
No, that is one of my old friends who just changed his gamer tag. But this video is not about him.
Okay. So
guess what we will be doing in today's video?
Helping that old guy out?
Yes. Well, we'll be on our way to helping him out.
We'll make steps towards helping him out eventually.
Trying our best is half the battle, right?
Right.
Yes.
Hey. Oh wait, I was gonna say, how'd you get Morgan in your party, but I remember now.
Remember we had to use her?
Yes.
Even though she didn't want us to, but we did anyway.
I don't think she minded, despite you losing. In sport.
Well, we are supposed to go to Denerim to get information about the sacred ashes, but instead we're going to go to Salcher's Pass.
Okay. Seems like a closer trip anyways.
It was right there. We wanted to see the site. But first there's an unexpected cutscene.
Word, sire. There are demands from the Banon that you step down from the Regency. They are said to be gathering their forces, as are your allies. It appears it will be civil war after all, despite the Darkspawn. Pity. I also have an interesting report. There seem to be Grey Wardens who survived Ostagar. How, I don't know. But they will act against you. I have arranged for a solution, with your leave.
The Antivan Crows send their regards. An assassin?
Against Grey Wardens, we will need the very best, sire.
And the most expensive.
I think those go hand in hand when you're hiring an assassin. Alright, so it looks like they know we are alive. Our cover has been blown.
You'll have to forgive me if I seem a bit nervous. Not many people travelling in this part of Ferelden. Of course, that's part of my problem, isn't it? Mule got spooked by a wisp and ran off into the woods. Now what do I do?
Part of your problem?
Oh, yes. Oh, it's been quite the month.
See, doesn't this make you immediately assume he's gonna ask us to help him find his mule?
Merchant and entrepreneur at your service.
I am Nate. Pleased to meet you.
But with the war, I was hoping for a bit of luck and good weather in the mountains. Sadly, I've had neither. This trip has been one miserable disaster after another. I don't suppose you consider helping the fellow out?
What do you need? As he's obviously went into detail about
Of
what's
all the
ruined
other
his
things
life.
that went wrong, the worst is this artifact I brought in Jada. It's a control rod, I'm told, for a golem. No point in me keeping it, however, as I'll never get to use it. But, maybe you could?
But what's the catch?
Yeah, I suppose it is a catch, isn't it? The catch is
I don't get that. All he's doing is giving us a control rod
It's
for
supposed to be
free,
down in a village down south, waiting to
and
be activated.
he kind of makes it
Even
seem
if I
like
could
we're
get
doing
down
him a
there, which
favor.
I can't. I understand
Yeah,
the
I'd
place has
assume
been
it was
overrun
like
by darkspawn.
A cursed
That's
rod
not
or
such
something.
an issue for
by how he's
adventurous
talking
types
about
like
it.
yourself, surely. Or I
Yeah.
Don't
think
suppose
so, at
you'd
least.
mind helping a fellow out? He's just giving you something. Or it's like a 3,000-pound rod.
We're just lugging it everywhere we go.
And he just
What
like
does a
pull it out
control
of
rod
nowhere.
do?
If said it activates and controls a golem. So long as you have it in your hand.
Like he'd reach in his
Golem
pocket
does
and it'd
what
be like
you
3
say.
times his entire body.
It's useful, man.
Like, there's nothing stopping us from just like abandoning the rod whenever we feel like it.
Just as well. As I mentioned before, you'll find the golem down south, in a town called Honleith. I'll mark it here on your map. Just hold up the rod and say Dulaf.
I was planning to go to Denham, but maybe we'll take a quick stop at Honolith.
I'd never
Personal
let
golem
any
sounds
random
good.
person touch my map.
Guess it's up to me to find that mule myself.
What?
I mean, well, he's like, I'll mark it here on your map.
I know, they seem to do that so quickly too.
But I mean, I doubt we have more than one map. It can't be that easy to come by back in this day. So if he just like draws a little cat face on it while he's at it.
From the top right corner of the map, he does like a little arrow pointing to where it is. Covering the
Goes
whole
right
map.
over like the secret elf settlage. There it is.
Oh no, wait, no, that's not it. Sorry, let me try again.
Well, that arrow's not very neat. Let me just scribble that one out.
We need help. They attacked the wagon. Please help us.
I noticed
Follow me.
here,
I'll take you
I don't
to
really
them.
get a chance to decline helping them. You'll help us? Okay, follow me.
You're getting outrun by a girl.
I gave her a head start.
That's no excuse.
Alright, and as you'll see here, I'm being a good citizen. And this is how I'm going to be rewarded for it.
Well, you seem like a nice couple. Wait a second, I know that guy.
Which one?
The one that was a guy?
Oh, well, there's more than one guy.
Where's the wreckage? I'm confused.
We'll figure it out after this battle. I really like this because I just destroyed all these traps completely undetected.
Shall we done? Begun.
Did you see me make good use of my bow and arrow here?
Okay. Get that light cold trap.
Very well.
Did you see Liana?
She was like running into everything, it looked like.
Yes.
She isn't very rogue of her.
Honestly, I probably would have killed him, but just for the sake of entertainment, I'm going to talk to him.
Yeah, I'd kill him.
I rather thought I would wake
Big
up
downward
dead,
stab
or
into his
not wake
chest.
up at all, as the case may be.
Yeah,
But I see you haven't killed me yet.
before you talk to me.
'Cause who knows? He's just faking it, and then he like stabs you in the foot.
Yeah.
I mean, he still
That
ends
could
up
be
dying,
easily
but
rectified.
that's
You are more
pretty big
skilled.
hindrance to you.
If you haven't killed
Yeah,
me, however, you
that could
must
be a
have kept me
big
alive
deal
for
back in the
some
day.
purpose,
I mean, they
yes?
have all these magic that can cure pretty much anything, but still. You seem awfully glib for a prisoner.
It is my way, or so I am told. Let's see then. I assume you kept me alive to ask me some questions, yes? If so, let me save you time and get right to the point. My name is Zevran. Zev to my friends. I am a member of the Antivan Crows, brought here for the sole purpose of slaying any surviving Grey Wardens, which I have failed at, sadly.
I am rather happy you failed.
So would I be, in your shoes. For me, however, it sets a rather poor precedent, doesn't it? Getting captured by a target seems a tad detrimental to one's budding assassin career.
Who hired you to kill us?
A rather taciturn fellow in the capital. Logain, I think his name was. Yes, that's it.
He's been nothing but trouble.
I've been saying taciturn wrong all this time. I thought it was taciturn.
I wasn't paid anything.
How much were you
The
paid?
Crows, however,
Sorry,
paid
what were you
quite
saying?
handsomely, or so I understand.
Oh, he just said a word
Which
that
does
I've
make
been
me about as
mispronouncing
cool as
all
a
my life.
Chantry mouse, come to think of it. Being an
Oh.
Antivan Crow isn't for the ambitious, to be perfectly honest.
Not that I ever used the word taciturn to begin with, but you know.
What are the
Tell you that.
Antivan Crows?
They
I
are
was
an order of
asking
assassins
Zevran, not
out of
you.
Antiva. Very powerful.
Silence, ho.
And renowned for always getting the job done, so to speak. Someone went to great expense to hire
Just
this
to be
man.
blunt, they're
Quite
assassins.
right. I'm surprised
From
you haven't heard much of the Crows out
Antivia.
here. Back where I come from, we're rather infamous.
Not for being good assassins, I see.
Oh, fine. Is that what you Fereldans do? Mock your prisoners? Such cruelty.
That's all I wanted to know.
Then, unless you're quite stuck on cutting my throat or something equally gruesome, perhaps you'd care to hear a proposal.
Oh.
Don't draw it out.
Talk,
Well, here's
but
the
no,
thing.
I'm watching
I
you
failed to kill
closely.
you, so my life is forfeit. That's how it works. If you don't kill me, the crows will. Thing is, I like living. And you obviously are the sort to give the crows pause. So let me serve you instead.
Like, I would not actually let him in real life. Let him work for me. He's an assassin. He could easily backstab me at any moment and finish the job.
Yeah.
And actually, say that right here. And what's to stop you from finishing the job
To be
later?
completely honest, I was never given much of a choice regarding joining the crows.
See,
They
you get like
bought
so
me on the slave
defensive. I would
market
not
when I was
believe
a
this.
child. I think I paid my worth back to them plus tenfold. The only way out, however, is to sign up with someone they can't touch. Even if I did kill you now, they might just kill me on principle for failing the first time. Honestly, I'd rather take my chances with
Why
you.
would they even know he failed the first time?
We're going to
I
go
happen
tell
to be a
him.
very loyal person. Up until the point where someone expects me to die for
Hey,
failing.
your assassin totally
That's not
failed,
a
bro.
fault,
LOL.
is it? I mean, unless you're the sort who would do the same
Sad
thing.
face.
In which case, I don't come very well
Just the
recommended,
worst.
I suppose.
Just the worst way to die ever. Very well, I accept your offer.
What? You're taking the assassin with
Alistair,
us
you
now?
can never.
Does that really seem like a good idea?
He never takes my side ever. Don't worry about it. We could use him. This.
That's persuasive.
I know.
Alright.
He's like, I see your point.
Still, if there was a sign we were desperate, I think it just knocked on the door and said hello.
A fine plan. But I would examine your food and drink far more closely from now on, were I you.
That's excellent advice for anyone.
Welcome, Zevran. Having an Antivan Crow join us sounds like a fine plan.
Oh, you are another companion to be, then? I wasn't aware such loveliness existed amongst adventurers, surely.
Or maybe not.
I hereby pledge my oath of loyalty to you until such a time as you choose to release me from it. I am your man, without reservation. This I swear.
And of course the 2 women are fine with him joining our squad. Oh yeah, here I'm not going to use Zevran much because I don't really need rogues because I'm a top rogue. But just so you guys can get a taste of what he's like, I'll add him in my party for now.
Okay.
Him, Shade, and Sten will come with me.
Time to level up your doggy.
Yes, with some strength and some constitution. I don't know what these do, I'm just gonna do one that looks like it does a lot of damage. Well
Howl sounds like it's a lot of damage.
No, I guess I didn't use that tactic at that time. I guess I just pick which. Well, in the end, his skills will be maxed out. All right, so let's continue on our way and leave a trail of blood behind. Welcome to Honolith.
Well, there's the welcoming crew hanging.
Where are you guys going?
There's Thread Howl in effect. Sending out massive sonar waves.
What should you if that's the actual ability? Just like,
Pardon?
just like a. What should you if that's the actual ability? Just shoot like a sound burst that like send all enemies nearby flying.
There's the Now we do backup. Shall be done.
Now we fight. I don't get why they're quitting. There's still enemies to fight.
Wait till he's right there about to hit you.
For this chest you'll need a key that's just up ahead, and I really like the item that's inside, so I recommend getting that key. Nowhere to go but up. I really don't like what happened there.
Did they hit you? Did you activate your stealth or what?
No, that one enemy was too high of a level, meaning everyone can see me.
So,
good job, Shade.
good boy.
What now?
Like, I don't even know how I pressed A on him.
No scale gloves for you?
And here's the key to unlock that chest, which we will get near the end of the video, but for now we will find this loot off these dead bodies. I don't think they'll be needing them anymore. This basket is almost empty. Most of the birds you've seen are scattered about the ground. That wasn't fair at all. I just tapped A and just immediately cut. You know how stupid we must look just going Dulif Gar.
Oh well, everyone that was watching is dead.
And if they're
Shrug
not,
up.
they will be. Alright. So, the control rod that we got from that guy for free didn't work, so we just got ripped off.
Wow. Fucking scam. That's why you never trust a traveling merchant.
So now apparently by investigating this house, it will solve that mystery. I mean, there's no evidence suggesting otherwise, but
There's a dead
why
body
not?
there. I would not continue.
I know that's like a dead man tell no tale pirate like sign. It's like the most obvious symbol for like turn back.
Were they like having a burning book session there in the middle?
Well, what I think they're doing, I think they're reading as many books as possible and just burning the ones they finish, so they could more easily keep track of which ones they haven't read.
Or they had too many lesser health poultices and they wanted to hide them under a massive pile of books.
Yeah, but my character don't like no books, so he won't be going near that pile anymore.
You don't need books anyways. You're very articulate, it seems. There's a
I keep forgetting about the battle dress of the provocator. Provocator.
Provocateur?
Yeah, something to that effect, but I need 20 strength.
No, that's completely wrong. That's a cool little monument going on there.
I know, I like the wall hanging. It's a wine cooler. We can all get a buzz going on.
Filthy yellow guy.
A Genlock emissary.
Emissary, damn it.
A Genlock emissary. I'll be sure to meet you out.
Get him. There's clearly Zevron in between the Genlock and you just confidently pull back the bow.
Remember, I'm a really skilled archer.
It's a win-win situation anyways.
Wait, I'm not gonna... I've decided not to read every codex and stuff, but I want to read stuff that looks pretty, like, that I find like an interesting place. Such as this one.
Front of a depressing-looking painting.
A decade-old letter. Madame, I can assure you that the Circle of Magi is not a sacrilegious institute, and that, indeed, we operate under the supervision of the Chantry. It would make our investigation of your husband's death much easier if you would simply cooperate with us. I'm disappointed to hear that you sold the Golem's activation rod. I understand both it and your husband were of invaluable aid to the King Merrick during the war against Orleans. Without the rod, we cannot discern whether Wilhelm's Golem was responsible for his murder. The Golem will simply have to remain where it is unless the villagers can find a means to destroy it. Our condolences to you and your son for your loss. I imagine it is little consolation to you, but your husband is much admired here and will be missed. Make her keep you. First Enchanter, Arlen. What did you think of that little light reading?
Oh, I was just obsessing over a word you said wrong.
Oh.
So I didn't really listen to what it was actually about.
By the Maker, we're
Okay.
saved.
We're gonna have to expand your one-track mind there, buddy.
You won't
Will you
stay
just
by the
explain it
battle,
to
will
me
you?
instead of
To save us.
pointing out my character flaws?
Hold on. I'm looking for whoever owned that
The
statue outside.
outside. Why would...
Well, I'll explain to you in a
I
minute.
think I see. You brought the control rod, didn't you? You came here looking for shale.
He looks so like flabbergasted by that, but for some reason that's like he opens the barrier to us.
I wouldn't really send out those useless villagers out. I mean, yeah, we killed 8 people in his, as far as he knows. He just run by everyone else.
Damn little golem bot is nothing but trouble. My
They just
mother
run
sold
like
her
there's
years
no
ago
tomorrow.
after it killed my father, and good riddance.
So you're saying the
How
golem
should
is
I know?
defective?
It must be. My father was its master, and it still killed him. Surely that's not normal behavior. My father's name was Wilbur, mage to the Isles of Redcliffe and a hero in the war against Orlais. And what did he get? One day, my mother found him outside
What
the
did he
tower,
get?
with so many broken bones she could barely recognize him, and shale standing over him just like it is now. My father deserved better than that. But if you really want to wake shale up, well, it's yours now.
That's great. It
Look, I
murdered
know you
its
probably
master.
have more important things on your mind, but I really need your help.
He's
I
avoiding
know
the
you
question.
already saved my life, and I'm grateful. But my daughter is inside the laboratory. She was afraid and ran too far in before I could stop her. I don't know how she made it past my father's defenses. One of the men tried to go after her. He was killed, but you could find her, couldn't you?
No.
I'll see if I can find her.
You will? Thank the Maker! My father's laboratory is just past the next area, I think. She has to be there.
Anyway, what the letter said was the owner of the rod appears that the golem killed the owner. So the Circle of May guy sent a letter to the wife, basically saying they're sorry for her loss, but they'd like to study the golem. However, it appears she immediately got rid of the rod, and now they can't really do anything to investigate it. See, I thought this Dust Wrath would be a good thing to do with my Mark of Death on.
Did you, or?
No, but by the time I realized I should have used it, I realized it had like a 10th of its health left.
Finished.
But I promise you this, I will use that ability once this video.
Okay. You've used it before, so it's not a big deal.
Yes, but this time it will actually mean something.
What do we have here?
I'm gonna edit this out because it wasn't interesting at all. Alright, so the Journal of Enchanter Welheim, which I just read, wasn't that interesting, but basically it said the guy who was the owner of that golem, he was writing entries about it, along with a demon he kept experimenting with.
We're playing a guessing game. It's better with
The
more
experiments
people.
were pretty vague, but
A kitty cat.
yes, a fun furry kitty cat.
Father?
Adorable.
Oh,
Good, you're
we can
safe.
tell him
Your
I'm
father was
fine.
worried.
Maybe he'll come and stay with us, too. Anyway, you should go if you're not going to play. Kitty finds you distracting.
The cat finds me distracting.
Kitty's clever.
That's what I'll
She says
say.
you want to take me back to my father, but I'm not going. She would be lonely.
I would not
That's a
suggest
special
leaving in
dialogue
such
if you take your
hostile
dog along with
company
you.
anyhow, Amalia.
What if you were a dwarf?
Well, if you take your dog along with you, you get the same thing.
Of course she's a cat.
That's not really a cat,
she
is
just
it?
talks, that's all.
Talking is simple enough, once you know how.
She really
Mouth
gives it
study.
away with those eyes.
I am a cat, really.
Right, what are you
Nothing
really?
you say will convince Amalia to
I
go
like your
with you.
cheekiness. I'm a
She
cat,
loves only
really.
me now. I am her friend, while you are just a stranger.
Oh yeah, Stan says nothing this whole mission.
Let's just sweat him out to see if he'll talk.
It seems we are at an impasse, so
I'm not
let me
leaving without the
propose
girl.
a compromise of sorts. Release me, mortal, and let me have the girl. Let us return to her father and leave this place forever.
I noticed she doesn't actually offer me anything. It's just basically saying, just let me have the
That's such a
girl.
crude way of
That's not really an
putting it.
offer.
I
That's
do not wish to harm Amalia. I merely want to see your world through her eyes. Is that so wrong?
What's wrong with the cat size? They're much better.
She doesn't like the point of view, I guess. Persuade, lie, is what I'll do. All for you, and you can have the girl. But
I don't
I'll only be
see
doing
how
that.
That's really persuading.
Thank
That's
you.
just
I
doing
don't
exactly
know.
what they wanted you to do.
The major's
Well, it's not
wards
it's not
hold
you
them
just
within
have to
this
be
chamber,
good
and
enough
only
to
a mortal
lie.
may approach them.
To
There's
be
a trick to
convincing.
disarming the wards, but I do not know it. Perhaps you will succeed.
I did this
where the
only so I
girl
could do the
failed.
mini game.
Oh, this is so exciting. Kitty is going to be free. I've always wanted a cat, and
Yes.
Kitty is so perfect and pretty.
You should
Alright,
just
so-
let the cat have her for being such an idiot. She doesn't even realize what's going on right in front of her.
She's 8. Anyway, it's pretty easy. All you have to do is get the flame from one end to the other, and as you can tell, the tiles have a certain direction to point.
I like it when these things.
And so, like, obviously, so obviously if it points right, the flame's gonna bounce right. Then whatever the next tile is, it'll do and go in the direction that tile is.
It took me a while to figure that out on my own. I didn't really... Like, I was just shifting pieces around. Like, what's going on here?
Not that I'm like great at puzzles or anything, but like in video games. But this one I got pretty quick. Like even the first time I played.
Well, I mean, it took me a few minutes of tinkering around, but... I was
You
not
also
for hours.
notice. You also notice I'll be jumping in the way of the flames a lot.
Yeah, you're sort of disappointing me.
Kitty says
It's okay,
Blanca
it'll
locked
happen
her
a
up in
lot
his
more.
room. Isn't that awful?
That also begs the question: why does he even have a puzzle like this down here?
Wilhelm had a lot of free time.
Right here, I was just struggling a little, but
Kitty's my best
I
friend.
eventually realized what to do at this point.
No one's talking to you. That's okay.
You're the reason I'm in this mess, so shut your mouth.
Come on. Booked it that time.
I was thinking about this silly.
What?
I think her and the cat are having a conversation. They're not even paying attention to my endeavors right now.
You're like orange flames. You're like, ah! You're like, I was talking about the sun, silly. Oh, you're so silly, Emil.
It burns! The sun, yes.
Sorry.
Oh. Not to get that piece of shit tile in the corner out of the way.
I know, I was like, I was very upset with that. I thought I was doomed here. Because I didn't want to do any cutting for this. I was just like, oh good.
Oh.
I like daffodils.
It's not a daffodil.
Daffodils are
There's
weeds
no-
that we must kill.
And here we go.
Get out of the way!
We're all good now.
I can feel the magic fading. Oh, I had forgotten how it feels not to be caged.
Kitty, what's happening?
A wonderful thing, my dear, for both of us.
I'd let her go just anyways. I mean, she's only a cat. It's not like she's going to do that much damage inside that body.
Betrayal! You will not
You'll
take the
see.
girl. She is mine.
I said I'd free you. I didn't say I'd let you live.
Kitty,
I remember my
you're
exact same
scaring
thing
me.
was,
I won't let you inside me. I won't.
I'll free you and I'll let you have the girl.
And she's like, wait, what's going on?
I still haven't entered my part of the bargain. See, it's a desire demon.
Hello. Kitty.
Yes.
I like how her name's still Kitty, not Desire.
I noticed that too. As you can see, my marker of death really did a number on her.
Wowzer. Where was she holding that book when she was in cat form?
Good question, but I don't like to question a good thing.
Okay.
I feel like all these shades are very unnecessary. I just like destroyed a boss and now I'm coming back to where I'm from and now these things want to challenge me.
Did you grab those crystals?
Yep. And as we know, the crystals are for shale.
I'm sure you could sell them for a good price to an unknown merchant.
They don't actually sell as much as you would think.
Yeah, unfortunately they're like, oh, I know those lesser crystals. Those go in shale.
And shale is worthless.
You did it! You freed her!
Like,
Thank you so
I would have
much!
been more than happy to
sorry I
let
ran
her
away,
take
Daddy.
over the girl
I was so scared.
if she gave me something in
It's all
return.
right, butterfly.
But she offered me
You're
nothing.
safe now. All
I
the
really
bad
don't have a
creatures
problem
are
with
gone.
desire demons.
You'll need a
Or
phrase
any
to
demons.
activate Shale. It's Doom and Hard.
Yeah, like if they
I
give me,
wouldn't want the thing, but
I'm
it's
more than willing
obvious
to
you
deal
can handle yourself just fine.
deal with them.
Now we should go, and quickly.
As long as they're not
Thank
killing
you again.
innocent people,
We owe you our lives.
I'm fine with it. I can turn a blind eye to their...
Alright, so here's Shale. Sorry, I didn't think you guys wanted me to walk. I didn't think you guys wanted to see me walk the whole house. So I edited that.
I knew that the day would come when someone would find the control rod. And not even a mage this time. Probably stumbled across the rod by accident, I suppose. Typical.
stumble upon it. It's given to me by some random
Thinks these crystals are simply
And
for
how do you
show,
know
I
I'm not a
see.
mage?
I stood here in this spot and watched the wretched little villagers scurry around me for, oh, I have no idea how long. Many, many years. I was just beginning to get used to the quiet, too. Tell me, are all the villagers dead?
I take it that wouldn't concern
Familiarity
you.
breeds contempt, as they say, and after 30 years as a captive audience, I was as familiar with these villagers as one could possibly be. Not that I wish their fate on them, no. But it did make for a delightful change of pace. Well, go on then. Out with it. What is its command?
I'll bet.
Did I?
Hand to hand.
I honestly
Brawl.
Perhaps
I
it
was told you
after
killed
yet
your master.
Another time he called me Gollum. Gollum, fetch me that chair. Do be a good Gollum and squash that insipid bandit. And let's not forget, Gollum, pick me up. I tire of walking. It does have the control rod, doesn't it? I am awake, so it must. I see the control rod.
It
yet
certainly
I feel-
does. Right in
Go
its
on,
head.
order me to do something.
Alright, give Zevran a hug.
I don't appreciate foreign objects invading my personal space. Well, usually.
And, nothing. I feel nothing. I feel no compulsion to carry out its command. I suppose this means the rod is broken?
Shouldn't you be
I
happy
suppose if I
about
can't
that?
be commanded, this means I have free will, yes? It is simply, what should I do? I have no memories beyond watching this village for so long. I have no purpose. I find myself at a bit of a loss. What about it? It must have awoken me for some reason, no? What did it intend to do with me?
I can think of many uses for a personal
goal.
golem.
Gets up to, for which I could be so potentially.
I just want you to hug Zephyrin. That was all.
That's why we went through this ordeal. Killing Dark Demon.
Must be destroyed, it's true.
Killing Darkspawn
Though not
primarily.
as evil as the birds. Damnable feathered fiends. I suppose I have two options.
We have nothing
do I
against
not?
the Dark
Go with
Demon.
it or go elsewhere?
No, we'll
I
leave him
do
alone.
not even know what lies beyond this village.
Okay, goodbye.
Death and horror.
I think.
I watched this village
What
for
do
so
you?
long,
What do
unable to
you
move or
want
act.
to do?
My memories of anything before are vague at best. So I have no idea what I want to do. I'm glad to be mobile. Is that not enough?
While you're standing here for 30 years, you should have thought about that.
I will follow it about.
If I was there for 30 years, I
For
think
now,
once I get out of this, I'm going
You're welcome to
to.
come with me. Yeah, exactly. I'm sure you think of other doll things, but yeah.
This should be
I am Nate,
interesting.
pleased to meet you. Alright, so now we will temporarily put him in our party. We will get
At the expense
Zephyrin.
of who? 3 warriors.
oh yes. Don't worry, it won't be much longer.
I also liked
Wait,
earlier
let's
when,
go open this chest.
like the very opening cutscene when Loghain's being talked to, I forget the guy that betrayed your father, and he's like, some of the Grey Warden survived. Literally, 2 out of 3 survived.
Task is finished.
Some of the best Grey Wardens survived. the newest recruits. Olus.
We managed to miss a couple. A couple? That's more than half.
This is Olaf's prize cheese knife right here. Which Olaf's
knife?
prize cheese knife.
That's a pretty brutal knife edge.
Yeah, I really like it. It's not that great, but it has 2 weapon enchantment slots that I'm gonna fill in next episode, I'm sure. Eventually. But I really like this cutscene right here. Like, it adds nothing to the game. It's just funny to me. I like his little shrug. Alright.
I like how it doesn't even let you like walk on. It's just.
I know that I was hoping to save right there, but I'm like, let's just head to camp.
100% hit rate.
Now that we're back
Good
at the camp,
job.
I want to talk about what
Yes.
happened at Redcliffe.
Okay.
I just wanted to
Holding
thank
his
you. You went out of your way to save your own family.
I think it turned out quite well, don't you?
Even though it would have been easier not to. There's been so much death and destruction. Well, it makes me feel good that at least you were able to save something.
Like, primarily the reason I was doing it is so I could get to the...
The Isle that much.
So I can get to Arl Eamon. And I still haven't done that yet, so I'm a little upset about that.
Good. Now that the warm,
You're
fuzzy part
welcome.
of the day is over with, we can get back to the ritual dismemberments.
Oh wait, it's not Tuesday, is it?
No, we don't schedule things based on the date of the week. So before I close off, I just want to give you an example of how to... I mean, it's not complicated at all, but I just want to show you Shale's armor and weapons. The small crystals act as his weapons, and the fire one will give him fire damage, obviously. Whereas the large crystals act as his armor. I don't actually know. I chose natural because I figured most attacks are natural. Alright, anywho, this was Nate and just Nate. I'm kidding. My friend was here too, if you haven't noticed.
I was. Now I'm not. Goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody.